Multiplying and dividing rational expressions. Some things to look out for before you start simplifying are the signs. What is the problem asking you to do? Based on whether you're multiplying or dividing can change the steps to your simplifying method. Next, can you take out a GCF? Taking out a GCF not only makes factoring easier, but is an important part in the simplifying process of rational expressions. Finally, have you simplified the problem far enough? This goes along with taking out a GCF. So to begin, I want to notice my sign. It's asking me to multiply, so I know I'll just be multiplying the terms together. Next, a GCF. So here, I know I can take out a 4, and I'll get 2b squared minus 5b minus 12. I can take out a 3 in this polynomial. I'll have 3b squared minus 9b plus 20. Then I can take out a 9 here. 9b squared minus 3b minus 10. And then an 8. 2b squared plus 7b plus 6. Now I can just factor these polynomials, and then I can cancel out terms. So I'll have 4, and then I can just I like to use the guess and check method, so I'll have 4, 2b plus 3, b minus 4, 3, b minus 5, b minus 4, and already I can see I'll have some terms to cancel out. 9, b minus 5, b plus 2, and then 8, 2b plus 3, b plus 2. And now I can cancel out the terms. So I see I have 2b plus 3, b minus 4s, b minus 5, and b plus 2. So now all I have is 4 times 9 on the top and 3 times 8 on the bottom. And that can be further simplified into 36 over 24, and even further into 3 halves, which would be the answer. Next, we have a dividing problem. So to begin, what I like to do is rewrite this problem to make it easier to solve, which would be moving it into a division sign like that. And then you can, from there, flip this fraction, and so then it becomes a multiplication problem, which is much easier to solve. So I'll rewrite 4x squared minus 20x plus 24 over 2x squared plus 13x plus 6, and then times 2x squared plus 11x minus 6 over 6x squared minus 24. And now I'm ready to take out GCFs and then factor. So to begin, I can take out a 4 in this problem. So 4x minus 3, x minus 2. I'm just going ahead and factoring 2. And then I can just factor this one, no GCF, 2x plus 1, and x plus 6 would be those factors. And because I'm multiplying, I can just extend the fraction line. There is no GCF in this, so it's going to be 2x minus 1 and x plus 6. And then here, I can take out a 6, and it's just the difference of 2 squares then, so I have x minus 2 and x plus 2. So now I'm ready to cancel out terms. And so I notice that there's a x plus 6 and x minus 2. So then I have 4, x minus 3, 2x minus 1, and 2x plus 1, 6 in front though, and x plus 2. Now I can still simplify this further, not with those factored terms, but with the 4 and the 6. So my final answer would then be 2 over 3, x minus 3, 2x minus 1, and then 2x plus 1, x plus 2. Now, with this problem, what I like to do first is just focus on two of the terms. So I'm going to just divide the problem, and I'll just focus on this problem to begin with. So, first step in dividing would be to flip the second fraction. So then I'll have c squared plus 10c plus 24 over c squared minus 5c plus 6 times c squared minus 6c plus 9 over c squared plus 11c plus 28. And I can just add in my multiplication of the other half of the problem. So c squared plus c minus 42 over c squared plus 3c minus 18. And now I'm ready to just go and factor. So I don't see any GCFs that need to be taken out in any of these, so it'll just be a large factoring problem. So c plus 6, c plus 4 over c minus 3, c minus 2. I'll just extend the line of c minus 3, c minus 3, c plus 7, c plus 4, c minus 6, c plus 7, c minus 3, and c plus 6. And now I can factor out lots of terms, cancel out lots of terms. C plus 4, c minus 3, you can only take one of those. Let's see, c plus 7, I have another c minus 3, and that's it. So I'm left with c minus 6 over c minus 2 as the final answer. Some things to remember when simplifying rational expressions is 1, can I take anything out? If you don't take out a GCF either at the beginning or the end of a problem, you will not end up with the completely simplified answer. Next, the signs. Oftentimes when dividing, people will forget to flip the second fraction, and then that results in them not getting the right answer because the terms do not completely cancel out. And finally, is the answer simplified enough? As in the first problem, sometimes the GCFs can simplify down further, and it's not just the factors. And always make sure to double check your work, especially when factoring. Go back and FOIL these problems. And these problems are not hard to do if you can factor, but they do leave lots of room for mistake, which is why you always need to make sure you take out the GCF, you divide correctly by flipping the second fraction, and you factor correctly. Another helpful tip would be practicing these problems because practice makes perfect.